Hello and welcome to Key Factors presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through the card of racing at Kembla Grange this weekend. And well, Mike, as we have a look to this card of racing, we've obviously had a lot of rain earlier in the week. And well, what about the confidence? I mean, all these 3-year-olds coming back. Have you gone with gut feel the last few weeks? We had a bit of a bomb out last week. We had some success the week before. Bit of a mixed bag for me. How are you going?
It's all about ratings. Sometimes it's all about gut feel others. And I think early carnivals, a lot of it's gut feel. We made some bad calls last week. 4 moves ahead, first time to a dry track at $2. I wish I had my time over against you.
All right, well, it's all about honesty. And let's have a look at all the weather, I should say, for this weekend. And all importantly, the track conditions here, Mike. And well, we're back at Kembla, so 2 times in the last few weeks. And well, we've got a nice sunny conditions. But what sort of effect has all that rain had?
Well, I think it's going to be okay, isn't it? The rain stopped. There might be a bit of drizzle around tomorrow. The rail's out 4 metres, 2 metres the remainder. A bit of a southerly breeze as usual in Wollongong. And we know the track conditions are going to be about a soft 7. They'll be coming off rails. They'll be swooping down the middle. There shouldn't be too many surprises on Saturday.
Oh, I know plenty about that breeze down at Wind Stadium there at Wollongong. But as we have a look at all the races here, Mike, obviously headlined by the 3-year-olds, the San Domenico is one of the features there at Group 3 level. But we've got the Ming Dynasty as well, so it's a good card of racing. Where are we focusing?
Great card of racing, soft track horses. Coming out wide is what we want. We'll start off with race 3, which is fillies and mares. Stu, you probably won't like this race. Then straight in the features. And then race 9, there's a heavily backed galloper. Andermatt, are we with him or against him?
All right, we'll wait to find out. Well, let's have a look and start the proceedings nice and early on the card. Race number 3, as you said, as we have a look to the market here. And on top, it is Still Diamond at $4.80. Running on well behind Bring the Ransom here over the 1,400 metres last start, holding off Rock My Wand and Pensado, who are right there in the mix. Rock My Wand there at $5. Just the one win from the 17 starts. Magella, $7.50. No luck last week at Randwick in the midway, finishing behind Foxborough. Rachel King takes the reins from the outside draw here. There's Pensado running into a bit of form. Winner 3, third up last preparation in Melbourne. We've got Sentimental there, racing well at the midweeks. And then, of course, Celestial Falls off the scene for a long time, 20th of June last year. But a nice open race here, Mike, $4.80. Yeah, it wasn't one I wanted to get involved with, but I know you like this sort of race, so let's get into it.
Well, similar mares, similar form lines, all pretty well exposed in the benchmark handicaps recently. So we're looking for ones with upside to a wet track. We had a little bit on Helga this day, but she had excuses first up, and I think she was disappointing here. Steel Diamond's the one that surprised me. She's bigger, she's stronger now, and she got a nice trail 3 wide into the race, and Nash got everything he possibly could out of her, so maybe she had some favours this day. Rock My Wand on the inside, off heels 200 metres out. I think she ran quite well, Stu.
Okay, and of course, as we're going to see throughout a few of these races, Mike, we've got a lot of Kembla form to go through.
Kembla is the new Rosehill until lockdown's over, Stu.
All right, well, let's have a look at one runner that we did see there, but let's have a look here at Caulfield. Of course, we're talking about Rock My Wand here, Mike. This is in the Tranquil Star. This is a Group 2 level, beaten by a decent horse called Instant Celebrity, who obviously went on to win the Sangster, and second in the Group 2 Goodwood.
This is very good form. We think she's an absolute mutter. She loves wet tracks. What's happened recently? I think she hates Rosehill. Her last 2 starts on firm tracks have been good. She finally finds a soft track again. She'll be very hard to beat on Saturday.
All right, well, let's look at a couple of replays. So let's dissect race number 3 in full detail now as we have a look at all the form and get this race started. Looking for the gold bars at the top right-hand side of the screen. And we've got some gold down the bottom of the page here, Mike.
Well, Celestial Falls had very good form, but it was a long time ago. And Signora Nera comes from that Queensland Carnival form, and she's very sneaky down the bottom there.
Okay, so look for a few of these at odds as we look at all the key factors here. Stage of preparation as we kick off first.
Yeah, some risks for horses like Signora Nera first up. Pensado improving into the prep. Foxborough improving. It has to be good with blinkers on improving too.
Okay, I like this. Look at all this down the bottom. Plenty of gold there, so we've got a bit of value, but hey, the race completely opens up here. A few of the favourites backed in well here with track distance conditions.
Does Steel Diamond love the wet, or is it just Kembla Grange she loves? I guess we'll find out on Saturday. I'm pretty sure Rock My Wand will like it better, and Foxborough and Signora Nera don't mind it too.
No, well, they're still right in the mix at a bit of value there. As we have a look at the final factors, Mike, as we do, we go through all these and we pretty much start to think about the factors that aren't quite there, the ones we haven't really gone through in full detail. It might be gut feel. It might be about the mounting yard. What have we got here?
Well, Steel Diamond, Chris Waller's had it for a few starts, so you've always got to give him a bit of upside. And a couple other horses like Pensado and Sentimental can settle close to the pace on Saturday.
All right, well, let's bring in all the ratings and, of course, all the odds there, because there was a nice little spread of gold bars throughout race number 3 there, Mike. And, well, as we look at here, we've got 2 of the favourites. Rock My Wand at $5 on top, only by a length. Steel Diamond is right there. But, look, a whole host of these lining up in behind. And we saw a lot of gold throughout there for Foxborough, Signora Nera. So they are definitely not out of this race.
No, they're not, but benchmark racing is all about beating the handicapper, and Rock My Wand is racing to around her mark on firm tracks. And we've got this gut feel that she's 3 lengths better, or ratings tell us that she's 3 lengths better about on soft ground. So she's the one for us on soft ground on Saturday.
All right, gut feel there in the final factors, but Rock My Wand is the tip there in race number 3, which takes us now to race number 5. We're having a look at the Ming Dynasty over the 1,400 metres, Group 3 for the 3-year-olds. And, well, pretty much all the favourites here have had the benefit of racing here at Kembla Grange. And it's Coast Watch who is the favourite, $2.80. The Fastnet Rock Colt was great in the up and coming over the 1,300 metres, beating Subterranean. We've got Military Expert on the second line, $4.60, Redute's Choice Colt. It broke through for its maiden victory at Newcastle over the 1,200. Arna Cure, $5 there on the next line. The Astern Colt came through winning came through the Fernhill and the Champagne in the autumn, driven out to win here fresh. And then we've got Subterranean, $5.50. The Rebel Dane Colt, of course, form around Coast Watch from last start, Mike. And, well, these 4 pretty much dominate the market here, but Coast Watch is the favourite.
Is the favourite. J-Mac inside barrier, got some Kembla form. Let's have a look. The up and coming. Look, a lot of this form is just a little bit better than maiden grade for the horses that are on the limit weight, so not getting too excited about it. Coast Watch is a horse that's had 7 starts, and 3 of his starts have been shocking, so I never know what to expect from this horse, but his 2 runs has probably been good. But Subterranean checked at the start, got well back, came to the outside. He's a horse that really finds the line, and he was blocked late here, Stu.
Okay, yeah, so an interesting one to watch there. And of course, Mike, so much progression here for the 3-year-olds. Which one is going to come out on top? That's what we'll see on Saturday. Let's have a look here now at Yulong Turbo. And, well, this is a race at Caulfield, Mike. Just a little Blue Diamond prelude here. So this horse has got some decent form. It covered ground this day, and, of course, it crossed the line with Construct.
Which lines up with that Kembla form, like you said, Stu. It's very, very strong. It won on debut. It's a big, big horse. It finds the line well. It's had 3 sneaky trials. It can roll forward. He has to be the sneakiest horse all day, Stu.
Yeah, did like the trial as well there, Mike, as we did with plenty there on the day at Kembla on Saturday. But let's bring in all the form here now, and we'll look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's telling me we're having a nice, even contest here to start.
Well, we're putting him right alongside Coast Watch Subterranean because he was blocked, and he gets a little weight swing in his favour, so light him up.
Okay, stage of preparation, Mike, for all these 3-year-olds, so important.
Not sure what Coast Watch is going to do. Not sure what Arnica is going to do for the stable. They don't tend to improve second up, but I think Subterranean will.
Okay, now track distance conditions. As I mentioned off the top, the favourites, they've all seen Kembla Grange.
Yeah, Coast Watch's best win with wet track 1,400 metres, so you could give him more of a plus. And Subterranean, every metre helps against this field.
Okay, and as we're having a look at final factors here, Mike, obviously a few of these over 1,200 metres last start, stepping out to the 1,400 metres here. We know there's a few are going to enjoy the Kembla track that they've been at. So where are we going here with final factors?
Well, Coast Watch, inside barrier, J-Mac, that's a pretty obvious gut feel one, isn't it? The Subterranean or Yulong Turbo can push forward and sit outside the leader. Whoever gets there, I think will stick on well.
All right, but Subterranean went ahead by a couple of lengths there in the key factors, and it was just outside of the couple of favourites there, around about that $5.50 mark. So let's have a look there, and there it is, $5.50. So it's opened up 2 lengths here, Mike. So some nice progression there for Subterranean. Coast Watch, who's going to get a nice run, as you said, $2 Yulong Turbo at $12 there. We saw that nice replay of the Blue Diamond Prelude, but we've got a nice little break here for Subterranean, Mike.
Yeah, definite questions in the race. If Arnica improves second up, it can win. Military Expert, we haven't given any upside to 1400 metres at all because we're worried about it. But if it likes a distance, it can win. But on what we've done and our gut feel, Subterranean can roll forward and stick like glue and win at good odds. We think he should be favourite.
Oh, okay, we're having a stab there. Subterranean. Hopefully the odds come winding in there on Saturday. All right, well, we are 2 down at the card at Kembla Grange this weekend. Plenty more to come after the break. Welcome back to Key Factors presented by theraceguide.com.au. We are having a look at the card at Kembla Grange this weekend, and it is one of the features we're up to next. It is the 4X San Domenico Stakes, race number 6, 1100 metres for the 3-year-olds, and stay inside the Extreme Choice Colt. The Golden Slipper, it resumes, and Tommy reunites. Its favourite here at $2.30. Paul Ellie, well back, 4 into $2.80 here. The Dawn Approach Colt exploded in the Rosebud. And, of course, in a race where Remark and in the Congo had no luck from about the 350 metre mark. Let's see if their tails can turn this weekend. Remark there is at $4.80, the Snitzel Colt. Regan Bayless takes the reins here, has something to prove after last start. And in the Congo, the Snitzel Colt at $10 here, Mike. So we all saw the runs of Remark and a little bit about in the Congo last start, but we do have stay inside, the slipper winner resuming, but it's got to beat a bit of a curse this weekend.
It does, but it's probably one of the most bomb-proof 2-year-olds I've ever seen. I think he'll be a bomb-proof 3-year-old. We'll have a look at him in a second. The one time he got beaten. Let's have a look at the Rosebud. Talking about gut feel, Stu, you got to tell me what we all think at home. Paul Ellie, beautiful ride from James Mack off a very strong tempo. Got to the outside. Clear air and momentum was key. Remark, don't forget he's a bit of a green horse that's still learning. He ran into a dead end, and I think he did very, very well, Stu.
Yeah, look, I definitely think he did well too, Mike. The winner was definitely good on the day. Look, so much chat around Remark straight after this, and for me, it's all about what sort of price was going to come up on Saturday.
Surprised he's not shorter, to be honest, Stu.
All right, well, let's have a look at Stay Inside and, of course, Remark here in the Todman. So we're just going back to the autumn here, Mike, and we'll Stay Inside. It was a little bit held up here to the 200 metres. Remark, it sort of was keen, and it was 3 wide from about the 600 metres. So a couple of excuses here for these two.
Well, yeah, you've said it all. Stay Inside. It was a bit of a prep run, wasn't it? Remark was still fresh, was still keen, came wider. They had similar weights this day. They go to the line together. They're both very, very good horses, and the form for these top 3 is more similar than you think.
Okay, so importantly, they hit the line together there. So again, so much about progression into their 3-year-old year. Let's bring in all the key factors now to see if it can help find us a winner of the San Domenico. But Golden Slipper form, that's got to be good form.
It's the best form, and he's probably off the page, to be honest, but he'll come back later. Light him up.
All right, but for key factors, we'll keep him right there. Okay, now stage of preparation here, Mike. We've only just got the one lit up here.
Well, just guessing. I mean, Remark can obviously improve, but he was pretty fit in the yard. Mazu is the one that was obvious, had an obvious improvement first up.
Okay, now track distance and conditions here for Kembla.
Soft track suits Ranch Hand, but not too many pluses there for us. All about gut feel, Stu.
Okay, well, gut feel's definitely going to come into it here with final factors, Mike. And all the talk was around Remark. What is the gut telling us?
It's telling me a lot. It's telling me I'm hungry, Stu, but Stay Inside first up. Polelli's second up off a big win. They're the ones with a bit of stage of prep risk. They might have a bit of a prep run. Remark's got something to prove, so he's the one we think might win on Saturday.
All right, well, everyone is going to have their opinion on this race, and I'm really keen to see what sort of price Remark does start at, Mike. But Stay Inside, there's a lot of favourite backers are going to be coming for this horse, I'd imagine. Remark right there, $4.80. Nothing wrong with the win of Polelli last start. Have we basically said from these graphics that this is a 3-horse race, the San Domenico?
Yeah, I think so. And I don't really want to back against Stay Inside, and I don't really want to back it too hard against Polelli on a wet track with J-Mac coming to the outside. But when it comes down, it's all about price punting, and Remark is overs for us. We think he's got more upside now that he's more genuine this prep.
All right, at $4.80 there, the bet for us is Remark, and what a race that's going to be. Which takes us now to race number 7, and it is the Premier's Cup over the 2,000 metres. So let's have a look at the market here, and it's Heart of Croissants. $3.80. The lightly raced 5-year-old stayer on the rise. It's resuming here. Loved its win at Flemington, rounding out the end of last preparation. Has run well in Sydney at its 2 starts. Dashing Willoughby, well supported Thursday, into $4.80 for as much as $6.50. The ex-UK stayer now with the Waller camp. Didn't measure up in the Cups last year, but it has been trialling well. Harpo Mark, $7.50. Dual winner this preparation with form around no compromise. It comes back in trip here. And we've got Spirit Ridge, $8.50, resuming in, or freshen into this, I should say. And then Muba is racing very well, no compromise we've mentioned. And Luncey's off its Coffs Cup run a couple of weeks ago, Mike. But Harder Croissants, I think this is a horse going places. Good to see it in Sydney.
Interesting horse. It won last time it was in Sydney, obviously, and it ran well the time before that. Where there's smoke, there is fire, and there is a lot of smoke around these 2 favourites, Stu. They both had very, very good barrier trials, and there's lots of early money which suggests the stable thinks they're flying. Dashing Willoughby, second trial recently. He's a big striding stayer. He wasn't very good last spring when he raced in the Cups, but he may have improved for the Waller stable now.
Well, that's it, isn't it? One of those that I'm sure in the final factors, these UK horses that definitely improve at their second Australian preparations. And we just don't see this happen that often, do we? These Waller stayers winning trials like this?
Well, it's Montefilia on the inside, who's pretty nippy herself, so very nice trial.
All right, well, let's have a look at the other favourite here, and we're going to a Cranbourne trial here. This is Heart of Croissants. It was pushed out late in this, Mike, and, well, interestingly, this horse is 14 weeks into this race as well.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Thank goodness we're not in the UK punting, Stu, because we have to deal with this every single month. These first up horses straight to 2,000 metres. We've got no edge at all. We are guessing what the stable is doing. We are guessing how fit they're going to be when they come into the yard. But once again, lots of money for this horse, and he's got lots of upside as well.
Yeah, well, that's why we've had to have a really good look at those 2 barrier trials, because they are both fresh into this. Spirit Ridge as well. So, yeah, so much attention on the yard. I'm sure this weekend we'll be doing that from the couch. So let's have a look at all the key factors here for the Premier's Cup. And, well, who have we got lit up here for form?
Heart of Croissants and Spirit Ridge, both very good form last prep, and Dashing Willoughby didn't.
Dashing Willoughby has got many, many lengths to make up here, but that's what the key factors are all about. Horses can do that, but it won't be doing that at this stage of preparation.
I really like Luncey's as a horse, but maybe not yet. Quick Thinker can definitely improve. He's very up and down, but second up's better.
Okay, so some nice value there for Luncey's with the gold bars. What about track distance and conditions here? Still no love for Dashing Willoughby.
No, not yet. It'll come soon. Luncey's, does he hate wet tracks or does he just hate Newmarket in the UK? We'll find out on Saturday. We know Quick Thinker loves the soft tracks, Stu. You've backed that horse a few times.
Oh, yes. I don't think I could be finding it on Saturday off its last run, though. But, well, here we go. Final factors, Mike. We've mentioned it. We've had a look at some trials. These UK imports, how are they going to progress second up in their second preparation in Australia? I'm pretty sure that's the big stat there for Dashing Willoughby.
Well, there's no stat. We've just blown 6 lengths of smoke up its rear end and he's gone way up. We've got no idea what he's going to do, but he'll be very close on Saturday.
Oh, well, that's the beauty of those final factors. All about the gut feel, and it really might produce on Saturday. But hard to find any edge there, Mike. We've got a horse on the rise, as we said. But look, it's $3.80. Dashing Willoughby, well, it's been well supported. Now, it's clearly a race where I think we might be playing in a bit of value here. We've mentioned a few of those through the key factors, and there are plenty at double figures here to have a little nibble at, I'd imagine.
100%. There are so many questions on these first up horses. We made some mistakes last week backing them, but I think you need to wait for the last 5 minutes, watch the market moves, watch the parade. Mohican Heights, we haven't even mentioned. His jockey got hit by a plate 350 metres out from the line last start. He can definitely place at big odds on Saturday. Yeah. At least he's had the run, and we've seen him parade well.
All right, so definitely we are going for value there late in the day, which leaves us now with race number 9, and it's a scamper to finish the key factors as we have a look at the market here. And well, Andermatt, has been absolutely smashed on Thursday afternoon, 6 into $3.40 favourite, resuming a gelding after winning a trial well. Strong winner, fresh, last preparation in the heavy conditions. Majestic Shot there, $4.60. It was well supported as well. It's resuming. It's a winner, 5 from its 7 starts. Only missed a check on the one occasion. Regan Bayliss has its first go on this horse. Glen Eagles at $8.50, resuming off a nice trial, right down in the weights on 52 kilos. Then it's out to 6 going at $11. Great win when wide 2 back, and wide again behind Destination, who's there in the market as well. And then, of course, on the lead, resuming another good trial. So plenty of good trials to have a look at for this race, Mike. But Andermatt has been smashed on Thursday.
Smashed on Thursday. We backed him this morning. We backed him this afternoon. I talked to Simon Harrison about him on the radio. Then good old Brad Davidson set him out this afternoon. So the price is gone, skis. This is him fresh last time. Heavy track, chasing Volpine, who was low flying at this stage and went on to be rated, I think, in the 90s a couple of starts after this. Andermatt's got form around her, obviously, and Anders on a soft track. He's still only off a mark of 75, and he's been gelded, and he's got the blinkers on, and he's got J-Mac. And he's won at Kembla. What else do you want, Stu?
Not much else to say. A lot of ticks in that horse's corner for this weekend. Well, let's have a look at some of the opposition here. This was an interesting race, wasn't it? We had Perigord. It obviously led this day. There was some on-pace bias. Broken Arrows. Well, it was wide in the race. And Hulk, it has just had no luck this preparation. Got back again this day.
Some bias. This was vicious rails in run bias. And it was the first race that happened. Rain on the day. And the jockeys didn't know. Broken Arrows was 3 wide, no cover. And ran very, very well. He was unlucky his next start. He had no luck last start at Kembla. Back off a slow tempo to bias against. The Matty Dunn stable is flying, and this horse is low flying as well.
They sure are. Yeah, that was a tough replay to have a look at. All those conditions, and well, it's not going to be that heavy this weekend, but the jar should be out of the track. What about the form here, Mike? A couple down the bottom here, Hulk and Broken Arrows. Hulk has been racing well without not much luck, as we said.
Well, they're both absolutely flying. Light them up.
Okay, and we've seen a fair bit of that form. Now, who can charge here with stage of preparation?
He's unbeaten first up. Andermatt, light him up.
Okay, so the favourite there gets some gold, but it's got to catch these two down the bottom. A bit more love here for the favourite with track distance and conditions.
Here he comes, soft track. He'll be very, very hard to beat.
All right, now, Mike, I mentioned a scamper to win the day. So as we have a look at final factors, where are they going to be on this sort of track on Saturday? You think they're going to be coming out wide? Is that going to be suiting the favourite?
I think so, yeah. That's a big risk for Broken Arrows back on the inside after coming wider and a very, very wet track. Might not suit Hulk, but Andermatt, blinkers on, J-Mac on, and gelded. There's a lot of late gut feel for that one, Stu.
All right, so plenty of ticks there for the horse in blue here in race number 9 on Saturday. We're talking of Andermatt, well supported into $4.20 here now, Mike. And, well, it's opened up a bit of a margin here over Broken Arrows. Are we going chips in race 9?
I think we are. The price is getting shorter, so maybe wait till Saturday now. Broken Arrows will be hard to beat. You can cover on him, and 6 Gun will be hard to beat as well. But Andermatt, probably the best bet of the day. Wet track, Kembla 1,000 metres, just perfect for him.
All right, we are with the money horse there in race number 9. Stick around after the break. We're going to have a $100 hot seat coming up and all the other best bets on the Kembla program. Welcome back to Key Factors presented by theraceguide.com.au as we have a look at the Kembla program. And Mike, I wasn't too excited about a bet this weekend, but you've convinced me with a few of those. Where else are we playing on the day here? Our big 10-race card ahead.
What else are you going to do on Saturday afternoon in lockdown? Danzadel back to wet 440. Barry Breeze down the outside after a good first up run. Rock My Wand. She finally gets a soft track that's not Rosehill. Pale King up in distance. Subterranean just too strong. Remark with the upside. Mohican Heights a place in a very tricky race. Fast Coney, the money's coming so unlucky last start. Andermatt, the best bet of the day. And race 10, I've got no idea, so we'll go with Chris Waller, Paper Warrior at $12.
All right, so plenty of spread in the prices there for the best bets. And as you said, Mike, what is there better to do on Saturday than have a bet from the couch? And how can we help the punters into finding a winner this weekend with $100 to play with? They're going to be having a look. Where are they going to be playing this weekend? Is it a nice and wide sort of day?
A little bit of confidence. I'm looking forward to Saturday afternoon. The only time I get the cartoons off the TV at this house. $20 rock my one wet track. $20 a place. Mohican Heights. 2,000 metres second up, settling midfield. And about $50, $340. Davo, you've taken the price. Cover on Broken Arrows and Hulk at big odds.
All right, so Animat there, the most well-backed horse on the card, and it's obviously featuring with us. But head to theraceguide.com.au for all your feature profiling this weekend at Kembla Grange. It's going to be a great day of racing. Enjoy it from the couch. Hope you're back a winner, and we'll see you again next week.